industry.
Just to interrupt, in case our audience didn't know, Mr. Ramchandani, Senior VP and Head of L&T Precision Engineering Systems. So, as you spoke, sir, that you have 40 years experience, and the Defense Secretary also spoke about, how the steps that are being taken by the Government of India to decrease the monopoly of PSUs, or maybe better use of the term would be diversification. A related question to that is that there are many private firms which still rely on imported raw materials. High tech is not easily available. The components are not easily available. The electronic systems are not easily available. And then you have, change of regimes in countries which may not be favorable towards allowing exports to India. So this robust domestic supply chain, which is non-existent or just in its nascent stage, how far will that delay our Atmanirbharta program?
So you're right. To build a strong defense industrial base requires a large ecosystem, and it's evident that India has a long way to go in developing that ecosystem. I would say we should adopt a two-pronged strategy. One is that keep encouraging people to get into deep tech, to build products, to build the ecosystem base. Like today we are, there's the whole semiconductor mission, which is encouraging people to set up semiconductor fabs in India, to set up fabulous companies in India, to create IPs. Now you have to encourage that, and because that ecosystem is not easy to build, because end of the day, defense has very specific products, and the volumes may not justify commercial scales. So probably there the government has to step in, and they are stepping in to create the enablement for that ecosystem to be built in the country. That said, we can't take a very hard stand that we are going to island ourselves and do everything ourselves. We have to permit where it is going to take us some time to build that ecosystem, to permit partnerships, to permit people to co-develop products together, to co-produce products together. And I think this kind of dual-pronged strategy will work well. What is happening that in the past, our relationship with foreign suppliers was more of licensing of technology, and I would say that's it's a kind of a crutch. You just are dependent on doing something under license to a limited extent, and we need to evolve out of that and look at co-developing, co-producing products with foreign partners.
Sir, on this aspect only, I would like to ask Marshal Dixit sir, and then also a reaction from Sunil sir. Sir, about 10-11 years ago, for the Air Force to meet most of its aerospace requirements domestically, HAL was the only option, or majorly the Air Force would depend upon HAL. Now you are getting more and more options, even in the private sector, more players are coming in. Now, how has Make in India, for you as a user, I'm talking about the Air Force and all three services, changed things for you, how the forces did their business, and how has HAL been affected, sir, by this? Because we remember those nomination days where you would get nominated for projects. Now you have to compete with private sector for projects. How has the situation changed for you in the last 11 years, sir?
So to start with, HAL has been serving Indian Air Force for last about 60 years. It was in Kanpur earlier, then shifted to Bangalore. They made close to about 800 plus MiG-21s and large number of MiG-23s and MiG-27s. They made 280, close to 280 Su-30s, their engines. So Air Force and HL has been very closely related for a very long time. So during the time we realized that the capacity of HL is now full. They cannot grow any further. Otherwise it will become too big a company. So that time government took a decision to change the model and bring out Buy Global, Make in India model, where under that we did that C295 case. And that case has gone to private sector. So the first aircraft out of that is supposed to come out next year, September, October, that period. And only after that we will be able to truly assess. Because HAL I am seeing for last 60 years, but this model, though we have got the aircraft initially, which are working fine, but they are direct supply aircraft. The Make in India aircraft will come to us after some time. So at platform level, we had no option other than HAL. And HAL has served us well, though in fits and starts, but they have served us well. And we have full faith in them because full LCA order is there, LCH order, we have given it to them. And now they are also participating in tender of 2-3 other big cases as a DPSU. So hopefully the situation will improve further.
Would you like to take?
Yeah. Just to take off from where Mr. Ramchandani said, we also started with licensed production. And as we've evolved, we realized that R&D has to become the focus. So since the 80s, we have invested thousands of crores in building the LCA, the Tejas, the Prachand, the Dhruv, the HTT-40s. So if you look at today HAL's products, all the products are designed within the country, either the LCA in collaboration with ADA and helicopters by HAL and other partners, the HTT-40 by us. So I think this is an evolution every industry will have to take that path, that you start off at a licensed manufacturing level, and as you evolve, you invest more and more in R&D. And then today what you see, the range of products that we have, it's about 40 years of R&D investment. So it looks like we make a Prachand today or a ALH or a HTT-40. It's 40 years. HAL is an 85-year-old company. We built our first aircraft in the 50s. We did the Marutis, the 70s. And it more post a 1980, I think we have put more money into R&D. So I think this is the transformation that has happened within HAL. And to take your point, now that the government also has liberalized and made it a level playing field, and the DAP clearly puts IDDM as the first preferred option. And we get into it because we have invested and built this product. So we get Prachand because it's a fully IDDM product. Right? So I think this is the way forward that we have to compete. Every industry will have to do to progress the Atmanirbharta. So today R&D has become the central to the whole organization. It was earlier manufacturing. Today R&D is central. And we are investing over the next decade. We would be putting in more than 18,000 crores into our R&D in products. We spend 8 to 9% of our revenue on R&D, which is on par with any other company in the world. So the government has done two things. One is they've liberalized, made it a level playing field, removed the nomination. But at the same time, they've said IDDM is the number one. I think that is the biggest game changer. That if you put in money, build your products, design your products and build it, then you're preferred. So I think that is the transformation that we have done. And we obviously have that kind of order book, what Air Marshal Dixit spoke about. So I think every industry, whichever sector of this defense that we talk about, I think it will have to transition from license manufacture to own design.
If you can tell us what is the order book worth, sir?
I can tell you.
Yeah, today the order book is upwards of 2 lakh crores. And you will see that every single product is homegrown. Right? Whatever we are going to make, except the 15 Su-30s, which is an order, The balance orders are the Prachand, the Tejas, the HTT-40s, the UHM, which is under development, will come out, which is a utility helicopter maritime. We also have a civil version of Dhruv, which is under certification. Next year we will have the Dhruvs also in place. So I think these are all coming out of our own design products.